Hey guys, welcome back. Before I get to what this video is about, this is just random. I just want to show you a picture of my beautiful granddaughter Ada. This picture took a few weeks ago and had blowed up. Just because she's a beautiful baby and I love her. She's 14 and a half months old now. Got her little Batgirl shirt on. And her little brother is due, actually today is his due date since it's past 12 o'clock now. So she was about 4 days late, so he might be going a little bit later than his due date too. So she's expecting a little brother any day now or any time now. So just thought I'd throw that one in there. Now what this video is about, it was actually inspired by, I'm going to have to say, 3 YouTubers. I was watching some videos today and I saw a little conversation going in the comments of one of Dr. Silver Age's videos. And he was showing an old book he got in a lot. It was like a Marvel's Greatest Comics, one of those old square-bound reprint books. And he was talking about the pinup pages that were in it. And I think Dr. Von Chilla chimed in and said he had a whole folder full of that stuff. And we all know what a big proponent, I guess you could say, or fan that Captain Strangelove is of like printing and blowing up these old ads in comic books, you know, like for the toys and all the different novelties you can send off for. And I think John kind of said, or Rod was saying something about, you know, one of the best smells is old paper, you know, old comic paper, you know, and John was like, yeah, he had a folder full of the pinup stuff. And I think he come off with something like the 3 best smells in the morning are morning coffee, bacon, and old newsprint, which I couldn't agree more. But it kind of got me thinking about something that I did when I was a kid. And everybody that ordered back issues back in the 60s or 70s or 80s or whenever it was knew that the catalogs weren't really illustrated, you know, very much. I mean, you had a few that had like black and white reproductions. But most of them, for the most part, were just a list, you know, of all the books they had in whatever condition. And when I really got into collecting back issues, and like I say, I was a DC guy for a few years before I ever got into Marvel. And when I started ordering back issues, I had a cousin the same age as me, my cousin Dale, and he was ordering back issues with me. But there never was a catalog, so you couldn't see what the book really looked like. You know, and which was kind of cool when you saw it because you're like, hey, it's the first time you ever saw that book. Unless it was advertised in another book, you know, which is the point I'm getting to. You know, and I was kind of like, well, you know, I'd really like to have a catalog of my own, illustrated. And this is going to be the part of my video that I'm going to call it My Utter Shame. Because with the aided and abetted by my cousin, we made our own little color catalog of comics that we like to have. You know, this was all DC stuff because we hadn't got into Marvel or anything. So we actually took some paper, and I think it was some paper that come from my mom's work or my dad's work. You know, sort of like Xerox paper or whatever. And so we proceeded to go through the comics that we had and cut out all the little ads for the comics that we wanted. So it's kind of funny now, but well, not really. But anyway, we cut out all the little ads of the coming comics or the comics that were in an old comic that we wanted to have, and we just thought we made a little catalog. I mean, we numbered the pages, and we tried to list, you know, what the titles were. And this is all probably in between 73 and 77 or 78 that we did this. But there's like 50 pages of this stuff. So I thought I'd just kind of give you a quick look into what I was thinking or wasn't thinking, because I didn't know comics, you know, had any value or, you know, didn't have any idea of what they would be worth. You know, I just know, okay, well, I want these other books, so I'm going to cut the ads out for these so I can know what to look for or what these books will look like if I actually order them and want to buy them. So here we go. Like I say, this stuff is like 40 years old. I think I've got most of it in order. But a lot of these books I already required. I required over the years. Some of them are cut out of regular size comics, 100-pagers, off the backs of covers, out of treasuries. So here we go. This is page 1 of the Shannon Link catalog. So we got some Commanding, we got some old All-Star comics, and I just did a video on this series. So I actually do have a few copies of this. Superman Family. On the back we've got some page 2, we got World's Finest. This was one that I wanted for a long time and I finally got. Of course I've got all the 100-pagers and all the Commandees. Strange Sports. Another cool little series. Page 3. I have acquired all of these now. Some DC Special, a Batman tabloid size, and a Batman Giant. Some Detective Comics. Green Lantern. This one, Green Lantern 78, is one that I actually didn't acquire until a few months ago, but I finally have this one. Not so much on the Golden Age stuff. Like I say, these were probably cut out of the famous first edition treasuries, or you know, some older reprints. Shazam. I know what you guys are thinking. Some more Shazam, some more Detective Comics. There's like 100-pagers that were advertised. Some more Batman stuff. These are two that I actually coveted for a long time, and I was able to acquire. Batman 234 and the 100-page spec. The Wonder Woman issue I finally acquired a couple of years ago. There's some more Silver and Bronze and Batman stuff. I think I got 2 or 3 of those. There's some romance books and some Lois Lane. And we thought we were doing a good thing. You got some more romance, some Weird War, Phantom Stranger. And people that watch my videos know if it's from the 70s and it's got a 20 or 25 cent cover price for DC, I probably have it or have most of it. But still love looking at the covers. I just thought it was a neat little keepsake, even though it ruined a lot of comics. Here's some Tarzan stuff, some treasuries. Some Star Spangled War, Rima the Jungle Girl, great series. Got some Jimmy Olsen. Finally acquired that one a few years ago. Sergeant Rock, Our Army at War, 100-pagers. There's some Unexpected and Ghosts and Swamp Thing. Yeah, I think most of them, most of the pages are still numbered. Like I say, we were 11 or 12 years old when we did this. This was always one of my favorite Unexpected covers with Neal Adams. Got a couple copies of that now. Some more DC Mystery. House of Mystery, Witching Hour. Okay, this was one page that I really liked just because it was kind of oddball stuff. It was called my one-of-a-kind page. Got some classics on here. Got some Secret Six, New Gods #1. Got a Star Spangled War with Joe Kubert and Neal Adams art. Black Hawk got revived. Happy to say I do have all these now. Here's some old Golden Age ads, probably cut out of treasuries. There's the Adventure Comics run of the Spectre, from Strange Adventures, Black Magic. I think I have all these now. Some more oddball stuff. Except for the Golden Age stuff, I think I probably have all of these. I think several years ago I made a concentrated effort to try to acquire as many of these books as I could, just because. I mean, even if they weren't keys or anything like that. Some more oddball stuff. My favorite Jonah Hex cover, Weird Western 25. We got some Binky, Super DC Giant, Three Musketeers, more Detective, Omak, Korak. Let's see, these are really old and they're about to fall apart. Action Comics. More action and some Showcase. This one with the appearance of Buona Beast was one that I really wanted for a while, and I finally acquired it a couple of years ago. Adventure Comics, and to my buddy Rod, this has probably got to be one of my favorite Go-Go Checks covers. Can't make out the number. I think it's Adventure 354 with the Adult Legion. It's a great story. Some more Adventure Comics with the Legion. Some more Spectre. More Adventure Comics from the 70s. So it's kind of fun to go back through these and kind of see what I have and what I don't have yet. Some of them I probably never will have, especially the Golden Age stuff, but it's kind of cool. Some Brave and Bold. I think this is 110 or 111 Brave and Bold. I really wanted that one for a long time when I was a kid. And I'll tell a story about this one. I went to a big flea market a couple of counties over when I was a kid, probably 11, 12 years old. And I didn't know we were going to be stopping. I was traveling with my aunt and uncle and some cousins, and found this guy that had a table, had piles and piles of old comics from the 60s and 70s, 10 cents a piece. This one was laying on the top. I did not have a dime on me. But later on I did manage to acquire it. Some cool unexpected covers. Time Warp, really good series. It's going to be one of the next few that I do in my 70 series of the week. Even though it was like closer to like 1980. I want to do a video on that. Here's some more All-Star Comics. Shadow. Society of Supervillains. Classic cover. There's an ad for All-Star 3. Cut that out of a tabloid, I'm sure. Weird War, New Gods, House of Mystery. Robbie Reed. Got this one a couple of years ago. There's some these great dollar books with the Neil Adams covers. Here. Lois Lane and Showcase. Some Witching Hour, first issue special, Secrets of Haunted House, and some romance. Some Brave and the Bold, more Adventure Comics. First appearance of the Justice Society in Adventure. Got some classic Brave and Bold covers there. Some Weird Western, some Detective, some Jonah Hex. More Detective Comics. Obviously these were they probably cut off the backside of some 100-pagers I had earlier that were reprinted, because what they did in the DC 100 page Spectacular series is they actually printed the covers on the back of the issues that were being reprinted. There's a great Batman cover. I think it's by Mike Kaluta, Batman Family. More Detective Goodness, Batman Family, Jimmy Olsen. Some Flash. I'm not sure what number this is, 187 or something. This Flash Giant. I coveted this one for a long time when I was a kid. Finally got it. Superboy and the Legion with one of my all-time favorite Neal Adams covers, The Day It Rained Superboys. And Superboy left the Legion. Some great covers by Mike Grell, Nick Carty, probably Joe State and Dick Giordano. 100 pagers. Some Green Lantern and Flash. Death of Iris Allen. Some more Superman. This was another one that I really wanted when I was a kid. And this one, the famous Superman 252 with the wraparound Neal Adams cover. Of that one, I think I have both of these now. Maybe this one too, I'm not sure. And one of my all-time favorite titles. Had lots of these. Justice League of America. This was a favorite one that I wanted for a while. I think that's JLA 88 109 when Hawkman quit. And here's some Silver Age JLA. I think I should have all of these now. I think I'm about 15 short on my JLA run. Got a little bit of everything in this. Some Super Friends, Shade the Changing Man, some Silver Age Green Lantern, some Sergeant Rock. I think this was part of the DC Special Series. Some Super Friends by Ramona Fradon. Great Green Lantern cover. More Justice League and Time Warp. 80-page World Giants, or World's 80-page World's Finest, and other World's Finest stuff, and Superboy. These are two really cool books. Got some great reprints. Some Go-Go checks down here for you, Rod. Sure you have that one. Some more Batman and Jimmy Olsen. I always love this cover. It's one of my favorite Jimmy Olsens. Here's some Kirby Jimmy Olsen here. Batman. Some Superman Family and Star Spangled War. One of my favorite covers. I finally got this one a couple of years ago. The famous dinosaur covers. Some more iconic Superman stuff. Most of this probably isn't going to interest a Marvel fan, but for you DC guys or people that like DC, I'm sure you get a kick out of it. Got some Tarzan, some 100-pagers, first DC issue there, Warlord. Some Ghosts, some Swamp Thing, more DC Special Series here and here. Superman, some Bronze Age 20 centers, Superman family, the Neal Adams cover here and here. Yeah, these things are about to fall apart, but I can't part with them quite yet. Got some DC War books, GI Combat, Men of War, House of Secrets, The Patchwork Man, Wonder Woman, Kamandi, and Black Hawk. Some more World's Finest and DC Presents. This is one of my favorite issues, number 10, Superman Sergeant Rock. Great covers by Jim Aparo and Neal Adams on these World's Finest dollar books. Just a little bit of everything page. Champion Sports, Doorway into Nightmare, and Captain Action. I think I've yet to have an issue of this, so I know there are only probably a few. I think Gil Kane did some work on these. Tarzan Family, Weird Mystery. Some more one-of-a-kind stuff. There's no Marvel Family cover. First appearance of Dead Man, Strange Adventures 205. I think this is Adam 29, one of the team-ups with the Golden Age and the Silver Age Adam. Great Gil Kane cover there. Stalker by Ditko and Wally Wood. Beowulf, one of the DC Special Series. DC Superstars, Rima, and the second series of Superboy. Just a couple more. I think this was cut out of a treasury. More Fun Comics. House of Forbidden Love. World of Krypton. Demon. Demand Classics. Something that never did come out. Was advertised but was part of the DC implosion. And last page, just a little bit of everything. Got some DC Special Series, Super Team Family, Justice Incorporated, Western Classics, which never came out, Claw, Hercules Unbound, Freedom Fighters, Black Lightning, Ghost Castle, Blitzkrieg, great Joe Kubert covers, The Joker, I just did this series, and looks like Aquaman. Okay, that's all those guys. And one thing, give a shout out to, like I said, I'm going to give a shout out to Dr. Silver Age and Dr. Von Chilla, Rod and John, and to Captain Strangelife. I think a couple of years ago I did a video showing some old Harvey comics. And I said I was always a big fan of Sad Sack when I was a kid. Before I got into the superhero stuff, I liked Sad Sack and Richie Rich and Archie and Casper and all that stuff. And I said I was trying to track down a copy of True Comics number 55 because that was like the first comic book appearance of Sad Sack. And I actually did track a copy of that down. It might be my oldest comic. It's from 1946, number 55. You can still tell where, I guess somebody had a subscription and the subscription thing was still stuck to the front cover. Yeah, this is, they wrote on the back, first appearance of Sad Sack by George Baker in comic. And it was like a one-page, like the bottom half of a one-page spread. And you know how Hans likes to blow the ads up from the old comics? Well, he had actually blowed up that panel from that comic book. Probably sent me 3 or 4 copies, and one of them was on really nice, looks like photo paper. And it got to me in a roundabout kind of way because he had accidentally sent it to our good buddy Garrett in Canada, Comic Guy Rules. And Garrett was nice enough to send it on to me, and I offered to give him some money for the postage, and he wouldn't take it. So again, a big thank you to Hans and to Garrett. You know, from Chicago to Canada to Kentucky, you know, into my hands. But and I've shown these a couple of years ago. Here was one of the really nice copies that he blew up for me of the panel of the first appearance of Sad Sack in comics by George Baker. Really cool stuff. So I appreciate you guys that hung around for that. Just thought it was kind of funny. They were talking about old yellow paper and pinups and you know, house ads in comics, and you know, remind me of what Hans had done for me. So I want to make sure I got those three guys and said thank you once again for the inspiration and for all the other stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and I will see you next time. Onward and upward.